Yo, what's up guys? Video, and today, man, coming to you guys with, in my opinion, 5 players that I think will be traded by the 2023-2024 NBA trade deadline. I'm recording January 2nd. There is a month and some change until Thursday, February 8th, 2024, where we have the official NBA trade deadline. I cannot wait for that. With the recent OG Anunoby trade to the Knicks, with Quickley and RJ Barrett going to the Raptors, I am in trade mode. We need to see some trades go down. I'm coming at you guys with 5 guys that I think will get traded this trade deadline. Other than that, let's get straight into the video. All right, so starting off with number 5, I'm gonna have a guy that was actually just traded not too long ago, and that is Tyus Jones of the Washington Wizards. Tyus Jones this season, as usual, has one of the best assist to turnover ratios in the NBA. He's been really good. He's been weirdly enough shooting the ball from 3 super efficiently. I don't know if that's gonna hold, but Tyus Jones, either in the starting role or as a backup point guard, he was the best backup point guard for the last couple of seasons, backing up Ja Morant and stepping in for Ja Morant when he was out with injury and suspension. And he's on a Wizards team that right now is 6-26, and they have to be sellers. Tyus Jones on the season across 32 games, averaging 12.6 points per game, 3 rebounds, 5.5 assists, shooting 53.7% from the field, and shooting 42.5% from 3. He's a really good playmaker. His 3-point shot is otherworldly this season. By the way, he's shooting that on 3.5 attempts per game. It's not like he's shooting like limited attempts from 3. He's shooting damn near 4 threes a game and making 42.5% of them. I think this guy can definitely help a contending team. I don't know what team that would be. In my mind, he could use him. We could use a point guard. Hey, Kyle Lowry, you wanna go to the Wizards? Hey, Tyus Jones, we'll take you. We'll take you. Like I said, I think contending teams, he could start on a couple of teams, like, just because he's not going to command too many shots. He's shooting less than 10 shots a game, and that's on a Wizards team where it's literally he can take as many shots as he can, him and Kuzma, because the rest of the team with Bilal Coulibaly, Deni Avdija, you guys like Corey Kispert and Gafford, like, you can go ahead and take as many shots as you really want, to be honest, and you're only taking around 10 shots per game, shooting really efficient from the field, shooting really efficient from 3. Yeah, Tyus Jones, in my opinion, will get traded, and I think a contending team will definitely make the most out of him. I don't know what his trade value is kind of looking like, but I definitely do like the idea of a Tyus Jones move being made. He was just traded obviously the Marcus Smart trade, and I think that the Wizards will go ahead and also shop him before the trade deadline, maybe on trade deadline day. But yeah. So coming in at number 4, I have a guy that yesterday just dropped the triple-double. I believe the first triple-double of his career potentially. My fault. Is Jordan Clarkson at number 4. Jordan Clarkson every single year is in trade rumors. I think this year is the final year that he will go ahead and be traded. If you look at the Jazz guard rotation, they really have a couple of guys that are fighting for roles, the starting and the backup spot. I mean, I've watched countless Jazz games this season. There's countless different starting guard rotations because it's minutes being fought by Keontae George, by RI legend Chris Dunn, by Taylor Horton-Tucker, by Colin Sexton, by Jordan Clarkson. There's so many guys on this team fighting for minutes. And I think Jordan Clarkson, because he is now back to that 6th man role, I feel like on a contending team, he can go ahead and be that 6th man. The thing with JC is he's not really having that efficient of a season. We don't really know Jordan Clarkson to be that efficient, but this season overall, he has not been that efficient. He's now back in that 6th man role. He's averaging across 24 games, 17 points a game, 3.6 rebounds, 5.3 assists, shooting 40.4% from the field and 29% from the 3-point line. But make no mistake about it, Jordan Clarkson will come off the bench and still provide your contending team with instant offense by way of the 3-point shot, by way of attacking the rim, by way of the mid-range shot. You're going to take some shots with Jordan Clarkson that you're like, what are you throwing up? Whether you make some of them, you're like, oh shit, my bad, my fault. But Jordan Clarkson, I believe this is the year that he will finally get traded. He's back in that 6-man role. There's so many guards fighting for spots on that kind of young Jazz team. I definitely think he might not be the odd man out, but the most likely guy to get traded. I don't really see a world where they trade Sexton before him, maybe THT before Clarkson. I don't know, but yeah, number 4, Jordan Clarkson, who yesterday dropped the first career triple-double, I believe, of his career, and the first triple-double in Jazz. The first triple-double for the Jazz is 2008 with Carlos Boozer, Jazz legend and Bulls legend. That's crazy that I'm making this video literally the day after that. Shout out to Jordan Clarkson, shout out to the Jazz. First career triple-double, for the franchise since 2008. Not first career, but first since that year. I should say, my bad. Coming in at number 3, I'm also another guy that got traded this offseason as well, and that is from the Portland Trail Blazers. That is Malcolm Brogdon. Malcolm Brogdon is a guy that contending teams definitely will be looking to go out and get. Also, with the Blazers, they have a couple of guys fighting for guards rotational spots. You obviously have Scoot Henderson. You obviously have Malcolm Brogdon. You also have Anthony Simons. You have Shaedon Sharpe. If you're not playing him with the 3, then you go ahead and include him. There's a lot of guys fighting for those guard minutes. And also you have Skylar Mays, who's been kind of in that third string role. He started early on in the season, was pretty solid in terms of playmaking the ball. But overall, Malcolm Brogdon, I think, will be getting traded. You obviously want to go ahead and start Scoot at the 1. You want to go ahead and start Anthony at the 2. And potentially Shaedon Sharpe at the 3. So that leaves the odd man out being Brogdon. I do see them eventually starting Scoot Henderson. He looks like he's definitely picking it up as a recent. So shout out to him. In terms of playmaking the ball, he's been really good. In terms of efficiency, he'll get better as time goes along. Yes, definitely do think Brogdon will be getting traded. Obviously, he's a rental. They went ahead and acquired him in the deal with the Jrue Holiday for under Robert Williams trade and all that after the Bucks got Dame. So things like, yeah, let me go ahead and get Jrue Holiday. We go ahead and trade Malcolm Brogdon, even though we traded him earlier in the offseason to the Clippers, but that trade not nixed, but it kind of like failed due to a physical or something like that. They didn't want to go through with it. The Clippers didn't on their end. They ended up getting Harden. So, hey, man. But Brogdon on the season across 25 games, putting up 16.2 points per game, 3.6 rebounds, 5.7 assists, shooting 44% from the field, and shooting 42.3% from the three-point line. He's 31 years old. He's a little bit injury prone, but he hasn't really missed too much time this season across 25 games. Definitely want the field goal percentage to be a little higher, but the three-point percentage is really good. This is the 6-man winner from last season on a very good Boston Celtics team. In the playoffs, he kind of like fizzled out, but he also did have, I believe, his shoulder injuries. Maybe it was kind of that as well. Malcolm Brogdon is also a guy I do believe that will be getting traded. Like I said, you want to have that at least 1, 2, 3 for the Blazers after Brogdon, or maybe he's back in the 6-man role now, I'm not too sure, of Scoot Henderson, of Anthony Simons, and Shaedon Sharpe, because that is the 3 that they're building around. Then you have DeAndre Ayton. You take DeAndre Ayton, I'm not going to expect him to be the number 1 overall pick type of player now. I'm done. That's enough DeAndre Ayton talk for today. Coming in at number 2, Avogado yesterday put out an absolute masterclass and willed his team to a win. And that is Pascal Siakam of the Toronto Raptors coming in at number 2. Siakam had like a 36-point game. We know Siakam to be a really good play overall. I believe he could be a 3rd option on a championship level team. He was a top 3 option on that 2019 NBA Finals winning Toronto Raptors team with himself, Kawhi Leonard, and obviously Kyle Lowry. Siakam is a guy I think that will be getting traded. Obviously, after the OG Anunoby trade to the New York Knicks, I think he is the next man out. You want to build around Scotty Barnes. You want to build around IQ. See what you have in a guy like RJ Barrett going back to his hometown in Canada. Siakam on the year is having 22.4 points per game, 6.5 rebounds, 5 assists, shooting 51.8% from the 3. Shooting 51.8% from the field. His 3-point shot last night was really on, but overall this season he's not really been shooting good from 3. But Siakam really is not really known for his 3-point shooting. The only year where he shot above league average is like that 2018-2019 season. So he's not really known for his 3-point shot, but he definitely is. He has the ability to shoot a 3-point shot and hit it, obviously. But on this season, he's only shooting, even with that game last night where he made 5 of 8 from 3, he's still only shooting 28.5% from the 3-point line overall, which is definitely poultry. But we know him to be really good in the mid-range, really good in the post fade, the ability to have that rim pressure, attack the rim, hit free throws, and hit the occasional 3-point shot as well. I'm not going to say he's a bad 3-point shot, because I've definitely seen Siakam just pull up with confidence from 3, but the mid-range shot is definitely where he's at with Siakam. Ability to attack the rim, the ability to be a really good playmaker, and the ability to be a really underrated playmaker and rebounder as well for a 6'8" guy that could be a top 3 option on the championship level team. Probably number 3 compared to number 2, but still, Siakam's a guy I think that will get traded. The only thing that's really hurting the Raptors Siakam is the fact that he said he wants to go ahead and test free agency. He's not going to go ahead and immediately resign. So maybe you don't get too much back. I don't know if they'll get young players like Emmanuel quickly back for Siakam that they got for OG, and then you also add on RJ Barrett as well. And yeah, but That's just my opinion on the whole thing right there for Pascal Siakam. He's 29 years old. The Raptors want to go and build around Scottie Barnes, just having a close to, not a close to, but also level season. And I'm not gonna lie, I did not expect Scottie Barnes to take this much of a leap. Shout out to him. He's definitely went ahead and did his thing because he has been cooking this season. So shout out to Scottie Barnes. Raptors also got a nice win yesterday against the Cavs. So shout out to them. IQ. Started off pretty strong, got in the foul trouble, and it really was out of rhythm. RJ Barrett with that rim pressure, he was doing his thing. Hit some clutch free throws, and then Siakam with the clutch mid range. Yeah, shout out to the Raptors. They're doing this little kind of like retool, like kind of like a rebuild, but it's like a retool. They're trying to like build around guys instead of like tear everything down. So shout out to them. Shout out to Masai Ujiri. And yeah, and the next guy coming in at number 1, it is Zach LaVine of the Chicago Bulls, and the Bulls have been playing like a more fluent team without LaVine, which in my opinion is interesting because Zach LaVine is a good player. Maybe just doesn't fit this current mold of this Bulls team, even without Lonzo Ball, who I heard that he's going to start apparently walking. So shout out to Lonzo Ball. Good to see that. Amazing news right there to go ahead and see. Zach LaVine on the season across 18 games. He's been out for a while, and the Bulls, they've played a lot better without LaVine, and we've seen the really growth of Kobe White, the growth of Patrick Williams without LaVine, and you still have DeMar DeRozan there. DeMar DeRozan's also a guy I think potentially be getting traded as well. I just went ahead and included LaVine just because I feel like he's currently out. He's been out for a while. The Bulls have been shown to be playing kind of better without LaVine. It makes more sense. And I don't know if you'll get more back for LaVine because he's on a massive contract compared to DeRozan, who I believe is free agent after this season. So yeah. So across 18 games, Zach LaVine is having 21 points per game, 4.9 rebounds, shooting 3.4. Averaging 3.4 assists per game, shooting 44.3% from the field, and shooting only 33.6% from the three-point line. So his efficiency is definitely down. He's definitely dealt with injuries this season. But we know Zach LaVine is always, like I mentioned with Siakam, he's a guy that gives you rim pressure, will attack the rim with will, is really good at the free throw line, shooting around shooting around 87% from the free throw line overall. Gives it out of rim pressure, has a nice little silky smooth step back mid range, how the midi is money. The 3-point shot with LaVine, he's a good 3-point shooter. This season, he's not really shooting that well from 3, but he's shooting around 7 attempts on 3 per game. Zach LaVine has a really good game, especially watching LaVine. It's kind of like aesthetically, I believe that's the correct word, aesthetically pleasing. He hits you with a nice little step back. He's a nice little pretty jump shot to just go up, switch. The one thing with LaVine is not really a good defender. He is definitely defensive liability. And the fact that I see him more as a number 3 option compared to a number 2 option, and on a championship level team that is, and he's making so much money. Yeah, like there have been Lakers rumors with him and DeJounte Murray, but to pay that much of a bag for a 3rd option at championship level team, that's a lot to go ahead and take on in terms of payroll wise. But that is, in my opinion, the top 5 guys that I believe will be getting traded at the 2023-2024 NBA trade deadline, even before that as well. And that in order is Ty Jones at number 5, JC at number 4, Brogdon at 3, Siakam at 2, and Zach LaVine at number 1. Also coming up below as well, who do you guys think will be getting traded? Couple honorable mentions before the end of the video. Obviously DeJounte Murray, obviously DeMar DeRozan, potentially some guys, underrated guys like Talen Horton-Tucker of the Jazz. And that's just really just me thinking off the top of my head. I don't know if we get a trade for a guy like a Lauri Markkanen. I don't know if we get a trade for other people as well that are of star caliber. But hopefully it will be another really good trade deadline. Actually, the last couple of years have actually been really good with pretty marquee players being traded. Hopefully that is the case once again. But yeah. Also, Happy New Year to you guys. So, like I said, I'm recording this on January 2nd. I didn't make a video yesterday, so Happy New Year. First video, I think, of the year. So, yeah, Happy New Year's to everybody, to you and yours. Hopefully y'all had a really good Christmas and a really good New Year's. And let's go ahead and keep doing our thing, man. 2024 is going to be a big year. Also, shout out to you guys for getting me to 500 subscribers. And I think I also just hit over 100K total views on YouTube. So, hey, 2024 is a big year. Hoping to hit that elusive 1K subs. Gonna continue to put out these videos and continue to do my thing. But other than that, yo, that is the video. So go down below, drop a like, comment down below, sub up. Make sure to follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok. Your boy John. Make sure to also go down below and subscribe to my other channels, my NBA and my not my NBA, my NFL and my MLB channel. Links to those will always be in the description box down below. Like I said, it's your boy John. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm out, man. Peace.